California is one of the hardest places to buy a home. The Harvard study, the Joint Center for Housing Studies by Harvard University, said that 22.6 U.S. renters are cost burdened. The California Association of Realtors indicates the median income or the median home price in California is $875,550. The median income to qualify is $221,200. Yet the median household income is $103,312. The price to income ratio, folks, it's right now in California 8.5. Healthy is 3.5. Everywhere else is 4.5. That's the price to income ratio. Even families with high incomes don't have the money for a down payment. The solution to this issue and many more is the Golden State Finance Authority, and they are right here, right now on The Power Is Now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Power Is Now Mortgage Spotlight. My name is Frazier. It's a beautiful day in Southern California, a great day to talk about down payment assistance, and man, do we need it here in California. With me today is Carolyn Sunseri. She's the Director of Marketing and of Stakeholder Relations with the Golden State Finance Authority. She's no stranger here to The Power Is Now. Carolyn, thank you so much for being here today. What do you think about these numbers that I shared with you?
Thank you for having me on this show today, Eric. And yes, I am with you on those numbers. They reflect exactly what we're seeing on the ground every day. California families who are doing everything right, trying to get into a home and still finding the math doesn't work. And that's why the GSFA Homeownership programs were created and why the financial assistance that they offer is needed now more than ever.
The numbers are challenging, Carolyn, but the Golden State Finance Authority has some solutions for us today. And so why don't we start with telling us about your role there at the Golden State Finance Authority and about the Golden State Finance Authority.
I serve as Director of Marketing at the Golden State Finance Authority. GSFA is a California Joint Powers Authority that was created over 33 years ago. We help working families buy homes by providing financial assistance. We've helped over 87,100 Californians to buy homes and provided over $685 million in down payment and closing cost assistance. Today, we're talking about one of our specific homebuyer assistance programs that provides down payment and closing cost assistance to help individuals and families purchase a primary residence here in California. You see, when you buy a home, you usually need a mortgage unless you're paying cash. And a mortgage comes with upfront costs like down payment and closing costs. And depending on the type of mortgage loan, it could be around 5.5% if it's a conventional loan, or maybe 4.5% for an FHA loan. And while VA and USDA loans don't have down payment requirements, they do still require closing costs. Programs like GSFA's help cover all of these upfront costs so that you don't have to pay all of them out of your own pocket. And for many borrowers, that support can make the difference between buying a home today or waiting years to save up the money for the down and the closing costs while the prices on homes keep changing, while interest rates keep changing.
So, Carolyn, what is Platinum Select? I mean, there's Platinum, but there's Platinum Select, two different programs.
Platinum Select is a special feature within our GSFA Platinum program designed for special occupations. It provides up to 5% in total down payment and closing cost assistance on an FHA, a VA, or USDA loan, and up to 4.5% in assistance for a conventional loan. The assistance comes in two parts. 3.5% of it is in the form of a 15-year second mortgage with payments, and it has an interest rate associated with it that's the same as the first mortgage loan rate. It also comes with another portion of assistance that's considered a forgivable gift, about a 1.5% in assistance, and that never has to be repaid. Now, the same structure, a loan and a gift, is applied across all the loan types in the Platinum program, but those gift funds are the unique feature. You see, a standard Platinum borrower doesn't have access to the gift fund portion. Typically, all of their homebuyer assistance is structured as a loan. With gift funds, you don't have to pay that portion back, and that can help lower the amount of upfront costs you have and lets you start building equity from day one.
So, who qualifies for this program?
To qualify for Platinum Select gift funds, you have to be employed in one of these eligible occupations. Things like peace officers and firefighters, paramedics and EMTs, your first responders, or within the medical and healthcare industry. We also extend this feature to educators, both in the private and public sector. It could be people who work for the school district, or maybe they are a part of the teaching or administration staff or support. And support staff in any of those fields will actually qualify for Platinum Select.
Carolyn, when I talk to people about down payment assistance, this is not everybody, but a lot of people are not really interested because they think they're not going to qualify. They think down payment assistance is just for low to moderate income people, and that's not the case, and they shouldn't think that way, right?
There are two tiers. For example, for those who have an income that is at or below 80% of the area median income, you get the best pricing and reduced mortgage insurance. But if your income is above the 80% mark or above 80% of the area median income in the county you're living in or buying, you still are eligible for the Platinum program, but you're under the standard income limits. The income limits, though, are a lot higher than most people expect. For example, in Sacramento, the maximum income that's allowed is over $218,000. And it's over $200,000 in LA and Orange County. These are working families. These are not just low-income individuals and families that can qualify for financial assistance to buy a home.
Carolyn, I really appreciate you. Every time you come on the show, you just share some great insights about your programs to help people. And today you came on for a special reason because you have an announcement about the Platinum Program Select. So let's tell our audience now what it is.
In recognition of National Homeownership Month, GSFA is temporarily expanding our Platinum Select feature so that it's available to all eligible Platinum borrowers, regardless of whether they are a part of one of those special occupations or first mortgage loan types. This expansion applies to all the mortgage loans that are locked between May 1st and June 30th of this year. During that time, any California borrower who meets the standard Platinum guidelines for credit, income, property guidelines, they can access the Select feature or the Select gift portion of the program. And that means they have access to the same amount of total assistance, but a portion of it, up to 1.5%, is a forgivable gift. And they don't have to fall under one of those special occupations to qualify for those gift funds.
Carolyn, this is fantastic news. So anyone now in California can take advantage of that portion of the 5% and have it completely forgivable. It's basically a grant. So why don't we give some examples of what this means and look at, let's say, a buyer buying something here in California at $700,000. So what do the numbers look like for them?
Eric, that's a great example. A home that's priced at about $700,000. If someone were going with a conventional loan, they would need 3% down and they would finance the other 97%. That would be a first mortgage loan of $679,000. Without GSFA's help, the buyer would normally need about $41,000 at closing. That includes the small down payment and then the associated closing costs. With the Platinum Select program, GSFA can provide homebuyer assistance of around $30,555 at the closing table. And roughly $10,000 of that is a true gift that gets forgiven immediately and never has to be repaid. This assistance brings the buyers out of pocket cash from $40,000 down to only $10,800. And for many buyers, that kind of assistance is what turns I'll wait and save up to buy a home into I can actually buy a home this year.
The power is now, right? I mean, you could actually do it now. And normally, I mean, most people think still, Carolyn, that you need 20% to buy a home, 20% down. You guys are, of course, changing that whole narrative that you can get in not just with, 3% down or 5% down, FHA conventional, but you can get additional help, like in this case. And now that works out to be not even, what is that? Maybe 1.5% total down that they need because of your help.
Yeah, it can make a big difference to a first-time home buyer or even someone who is moving up, buying another primary residence their second or third time. Maybe there's been a change in their life situation and they're returning to being a homeowner again. They too can qualify for homebuyer assistance like Platinum Select.
Well, there you have it, folks. Straight from Golden State Finance Authority, Carolyn Sunseri is in the house May 1st to June 30th. You've got to take advantage of this. 30 years they've been at this, making it possible for people to get into homes with little to no money down. And now they are making the Platinum Select program available, that a 1.5% total gift for the next 60 days, May 1 to June 30th. Now, Carolyn, after hearing this news, if I were me, if I were looking to buy, I'd be on the phone with you. I'd be doing something. In fact, what is the next step? What should someone do after hearing this tomorrow to get started with the Golden State Finance Authority Platinum Select program?
To get started, a buyer simply needs to go to our website, gsfahome.org, and click on the button for Find a Lender. This tool is going to help them connect with one of our participating lenders. From there, the lender takes it step by step. They're going to help them with looking at their credit, reviewing their income, and then locking in their mortgage loan and the assistance funds from GSFA. If you want to take advantage of this promotion, the mortgage loan has to be locked between May 1st and June 30th. And it's important to remember that lock window ends June 30th, whether the buyer is ready or not. Now, we always offer financial assistance programs to help people with their down payment and closing costs. But right now, we're extending that feature, that gift fund feature, where you don't have to pay back a portion of the assistance. We're extending it to anyone who qualifies for the Platinum program, not just those special occupations.
Now, Carolyn, on your website, you have a list of approved lenders that are ready to go. So to ensure that a person is mortgage ready, they really need to connect with them because there is no exception to that lock period, right? You've got to be ready to go. So that starts with working with one of your participating lenders, which is available on your website.
Our lenders will walk buyers through the program, but the sooner you get started, the more opportunity you have to access the gift funds to help you buy a home. So connect with the lender today.
Well, there you have it, folks. Right here on The Power Is Now. We are leading the conversation about real estate. We really are, folks. In fact, this is just part one of a 4-part series we're doing with the Golden State Finance Authority. You can watch us on all the streaming platforms, Apple, Roku, Fire TV, anywhere you listen to podcasts, on our website, even on the Golden State Finance Authority website, this will be available. So we certainly encourage you to reach out to a participating participating lender. Get started today while the opportunity lasts. I mean, it's not going to be here forever. 1.5% forgivable is a big deal. Thank you, Carolyn, for joining us today on The Power Is Now. Folks, download our TV app on any streaming platform. Download our TV app. Watch the Golden State Finance Authority TV and all their programs. A lot of great information. And stay tuned to The Power Is Now as we bring more to you about the Golden State Finance Authority Down Payment Assistance Program, and in particular, this Platinum Select program on part 2 of our series right here on The Power Is Now. Remember, we are at our best and we maximize our success when we act now. The power is now.